Hello and welcome to the Huddle. Liam Santamaria back with you right in the heart of NBL free agency. Things are popping off, signings happening left and right. Keanu Pinder, Will McDowell-White, big dominoes falling at the moment. So make sure you're catching the marketplace. Jack Heverin and Olgun Ulick are on the regular, keeping you up to date with NBL free agency. Meanwhile, a fair bit happening across the Pacific. The NBA playoffs are just around the corner. And our man, former Melbourne United NBL star Jack White, his squad is going to be right in the mix. Currently the number one seeds in the West, fresh off a really strong finish to his G League season, and of course playing out his first year in the NBA as a two-way guy with the Nuggets. And he's on the Huddle. So sit back, relax. Up next, Jack White. Whitey, what's happening, man? Good to see you.
What's up, Liam, man? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
You had Houston last night. You got Phoenix tomorrow. Where is this? Your pad, the hotel? Where you at?
No, we're at the hotel in Phoenix. We stayed the night last night in Houston. Flew late this morning. Landed in. We had a team practice, and then just been at the hotel, just kicking back, waiting for tomorrow.
How's life in the NBA, man? Last time we chatted, we were in Vegas, and you became an NBA player. You signed a contract with the Nuggets, and now here we are towards the back end of that season. How's it all been?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that you say that. Like, just reflecting back real quick, the time itself has kind of flown by. It's crazy now that it's, we're in April and, NBL is over and regular season's just about to be done for us. But, man, it's been an unbelievable experience, first and foremost. I love my team, the Nuggets. I've loved my team with Grand Rapids, with the Gold, when I've been with the G League, which has been such an amazing experience, opportunity to learn from so many great vets, great players, just great people within both organisations. And, for myself, I feel like I kind of felt it out and got better as the season went on, especially in the G League, where I was able to obviously play more. And I think it was a great tool for me in order to stay ready for the NBA games whenever I'd be called upon. And that's sort of the challenging thing about it is staying professional and staying ready. It's a tough thing to do if you don't know that you're going to be called upon. But at the same time, it's just an incredible environment to be a part of. And this is my childhood dream. So just trying to soak up every moment I can. Being in this environment.
I imagine that's tricky though, man, like trying to appreciate it in the moment, smell the roses, recognize that you are living out that dream, but also like staying focused, pushing for the next opportunity, being ready to come out and grow what you're doing now into more and bigger things in the future.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously this year I've been on a two-way. That's, been an incredible, I guess, stepping stone to what I eventually want to achieve, being fully contracted and just continuing to get better as a player and as a person and growing in that realm. And I think coincides and goes along with my goals for the national team and wanting to be a part of something special there at the World Cup this year and the Olympics next year. Those are things that are on my radar and things that I'd love to be a part of. So I'm thankful that post Achilles and everything like that, I've been able to take steps in a positive direction with NBA stuff and then national team stuff. Obviously, being able to do that last year was unbelievable, especially in Melbourne, in front of family and friends. Mm-hmm. Just trying to take it day by day. I'm really feeling really good about the position that I'm in, where I'm at. The resources around me to get better, and just trying to take it day by day.
Take me back a little bit though to you played in the NBA preseason and training camp, the preseason. You got some really nice minutes there in the preseason, and then you actually made your NBA debut before you started playing the G League minutes, right? Take me back to that experience of stepping out onto the NBA hardwood and achieving that dream once and for all.
Yeah, man, it's surreal, especially like for me coming from the NBL and doing everything at Summer League. Like it's a weird I guess, dynamic to learn how to, sit down for like 2 hours, stay locked into a game, stay ready to come into the game at any point, and then, just go out there. It's like 0 to 100, like you're in an NBA game. And for me, like making that debut,
Right.
like obviously it's even more of a surreal moment. But, just being out there, just staying present in the moment was sort of what I was trying to, think of at that time, and, just truly appreciate that this is something I've been working towards my whole life, and to just sort of soak it in, stay present, like not worry about any external factors or whatever, but just to enjoy it first and foremost. And I think that helped a lot. And then, like obviously that was before my G League experience, and then, with the two-way, you know what you sign up for, you're going to get bounced around and everything like that. And I sort of had a good taste of that early on with going back and forth, especially because the G League team, Grand Rapids, is in a different state. It's like a 2-hour flight away, so it adds another interesting dynamic to the experience. But again, just one of those things I just try to enjoy. Each side of it has its own benefits and perks and advantages, and was just trying to enjoy it all.
When you've been playing for Grand Rapids, you've been just balling out. Like what was it, 18 and 14 in your first G League game? I mentioned the strong finish to the season, man. This, you know what you did, but for the listeners and the viewers, right? These are your last 6 games of the G League season: 22 and 9, 28 and 18, 20 and 13, 30 and 11, 34 and 6, and 20 and 9 to close it out. You shot, what was it, like 44% from 3 over the course of the season. How do you assess your play in the G League this season and the development of your game over the course of the past 6-9 months?
Yeah, I think it's been really positive. I think the biggest thing for me is obviously been the shooting and showing that at a high level and translating it to games. Even since I was at college, I felt like I've always been a really good shooter, but just the application and the mental side of it, sort of shooting without a conscience is something you hear a lot that the great shooters have, and the encouragement from teammates, coaches here to shoot the ball. I've put in the work throughout the preseason when I was here after summer league, and on both ends, and from the front office, that's something that they really wanted me to show in the G League, is to get a lot of shots up and be more aggressive in that regard. And especially to finish the season, I felt like I did a better job of that, of being just dynamic and assertive with my shooting and just my offensive aggressiveness in general. But yeah, I'd say I'm pretty happy with what I did in the G League. I would have liked to win some more games and affected winning in a more positive way. But it is what it is. It's a bit of an erratic league at times, and leads can be gone in the blink of an eye with how quick the pace of the game is and everything like that. But yeah, I think overall adjusting to the play style and everything considered, I was happy with my own individual efforts and play, and was just having fun playing. I think it's a great tool. Obviously, when I'm with the Nuggets, it's hard to come across minutes. Best team in the West, and loaded at my position, and the opportunity to go to Grand Rapids and play is something that I'm super grateful for, and I think has really helped me in my development, and my want to continue to improve my game, and take those steps to being fully contracted NBA player, and just objectively improving, and for national team and for my future.
You're talking before about just the quality of the team that you're on at the Nuggets, and the guys that the team has a chance to do something really, really special, a chance to lock away top seed. You're watching the results as they come in tonight ahead of tomorrow's game against the Suns. What have you learnt or enjoyed about playing with these guys, Joker or Murray, or Porter, Aaron Gordon? What have you learnt and enjoyed about playing alongside these guys this season?
I think the biggest thing I've learned, and it's obviously a pretty, unique insight that I get to have, being in the locker room, being a teammate, is just how, there's no better way to put it, but just how normal everyone is. They're just normal guys, good guys. Obviously, when you're looking at it from the perspective where you're not behind the curtain, you know, these guys are multi-millionaires, like NBA All-Stars, MVPs, like untouchable, you know, sort of guys when you look at them like that. But when you just sort of get to know them as people, like Jokic, you know, loves his horses, loves his family, you know, he's watching video games on his phone. Like I play video games with Jamal, like guys hang out, like just like to, you know, go grab food, hang out, you know, talk smack with one another. Like it's just refreshing to, you know, and I know it's not normal across the NBA. I think being a part of, you know, the Denver Nuggets and the culture that's being created here at the club has been super special and something that I'm definitely not taking for granted. And I think it's a big reason why we've been able to have success this year in particular as a team. You know, obviously looking to secure that one seed and have a real championship run. You know, keeping guys healthy and all that's important. But I think what we've been able to build in the locker room with our vets, like man, like Jeff Green, DeAndre Jordan, and Ish Smith, like all together is like the most elite trio of vets you could ever hope for in terms of what they bring, energy, camaraderie, you know, everything like that. And when your best player is Jokic and the last thing he cares about it is himself, you know, it's contagious. And like obviously it's never going to be perfect. You know, we've had our ups and downs as a team this year, as any team would, you know, over an 82 game regular season. But you know, having that as a backbone and something to fall back on, I think's been a huge difference maker that, you know, a lot of teams don't have the luxury of having. For me to be able to see that firsthand as a basketball fan, as a competitor, as someone that wants to be a part of something, you know, special, it's you know, as I said before, it's something that I'm just trying to soak up each moment of the experience as best I can.
You talk about being behind the curtain, man. It is such a completely different world that you're living in. Like I was looking on the website before and going through the game log that I was rattling off those scores from, and over the site's got your hometown, Terrelgan. And then now you've gone from there through all your experiences, and now you're in the bright lights of the association. Like when you think about it like that, what have you had this season in terms of like you know, like I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto type moments where you're like, man, this is a headspin, this world.
I think first off, like when I was there during the summer, like a lot of guys weren't in town yet, and it was sort of like me and Zeke and then the other rookies for the most part sort of working out before everyone else arrived. But when everyone started sort of getting into town, and especially when everyone, like when Yoke and Chucky, when Vlatko finished their like national team stuff at Eurobasket, and like we finally had everyone together, and I'm like meeting Yoke for the first time, I'm just like, oh, like damn, like it's Yoke. And then you know, we go to training camp, we have everyone together, and then it's like all right, like we're here now, sort of thing. And you know, before you know it, preseason game starts, and you're like, and you're off. Like it's non-stop. That's been the craziest thing to sort of reflect on, is like just how quick everything sort of happened. And like, you know, I've played I don't know how many games, like 30 odd games or almost 30 games of the G League, and then been with the Nuggets for, you know, obviously a good portion of the season as well. And it's just like, man, like I've really been able to experience and see a lot in such a short period of time. But man, it's been surreal. I think it's the whole thing. It's hard to pick out one in particular, but I'll just say, like, when everyone sort of came together for the first time, we're in training camp, we're in San Diego, it's like we're here now. So that was kind of cool.
It's cool for us to watch back from home to see like moments like, you know, X gets the opportunity. He comes over with the Wizards, and we see the photos and the vision of him catching up with Daly pre-game, and you're going to see Jock tomorrow when you guys take the floor to play the Suns. Have you enjoyed being a part of that group and connecting with the other Aussie guys around the league?
Yeah, it's been incredible. You know, it started at Summer League. Like there was a bunch of Aussies that were there at Summer League. Like got to meet, you know, like got to meet Matisse for the first time. Like had Baines was there, like Josh Green, Giddy, Daly. I mean, list goes on and on. So it's a cool community of obviously Aussies we have in the NBA. Like I saw like Joe last week. Like we played Phoenix last week as well, so I saw Jock last week as well. like Josh Green, Josh Giddey, seeing Dyson, obviously another country Vic boy, Daly, missed Zave the other week, unfortunately, but it's just so cool to see these guys. Like last night, I know Zave had a really good game, and like was guarding Giannis. Like it's just cool things like that. Like I remember being at the Institute of Sport with Zave, like back when we were like 16 and 18. Like, and it's just cool to see how far each of us has sort of come in that time. So yeah, man, it's definitely a cool part of it. Seeing different Aussies doing their thing and repping the green and gold and their hometowns and everything. I think it's super important and something that each of us are really proud of. But yeah, man, it's just like another cherry on top to the incredible experience that we're able to have.
We were talking just before we started shooting. You were talking about the specifics of like the two-way contract, the fact that the playoffs are coming up now. How does all that work for you now over these next few weeks and months?
Yeah, well, I mean, like obviously for us, G League's done. So I'm with the Nuggets full time. We have 3 regular season games left. So we got Phoenix tomorrow, Utah Saturday, and then Sacramento at home on Sunday. And that does it for the regular season. So as a two-way, my contract only includes regular season games. So I'll be suited up for the next 3 games. And obviously, if we secure that 1 seed, then it sort of takes pressure off us to really try and win games and push guys. So we're able to probably rest guys in my position, which gives me more of an opportunity to play some meaningful minutes towards the end of the regular season, which is what I'm hoping for. So looking forward to that opportunity, pending if we win tomorrow or Memphis go down, which it looks like they might. So it'll be good for me. But yeah, man, like whatever happens, just staying ready. Like that's all part of it. Just staying ready and playing my game, playing hard, enjoying it, having fun, and yeah, hopefully I can, have some good minutes to end the regular season. Then, just do whatever I can off the court, in preparation, whatever it may be, to help us go as far as we can in the playoffs, and obviously just enjoy that experience as a whole as well.
Memphis, literally they're 10 points down with 2 minutes and change remaining in OT against the Pellies in that game. I know you're tracking that score.
Yeah.
What about beyond that now? The off season, I know you don't want to look too far ahead because you're part of this group and you guys are trying to win a championship, and your involvement in that is going to continue. But what you're talking before about what you want to do in the World Cup's only 4 months away. There's a lot of excitement about what the Boomers are going to look like heading into this off season. Where's your head at about all of that?
I mean, I'm trying to do it all. Ever since I've been a junior, playing for the national team at any opportunity has been something I've been super passionate about, and that's not going to change. There's nothing better for me as a basketball player than putting on the green and gold and representing my country and my home. So if there's an opportunity for me to do that, I'll go with that with open arms. And in terms of next year, there's nothing set in stone yet. Feedback's been positive from the front office and everything. So I'll let those let that go as it will. Sort of cross that bridge when I get to it and link up with my man Sammy and see what's happening there. But it's really out of my control at the minute. Just got to keep taking care of the day by day, and I'm confident that stuff will take care of itself. But yeah, hoping that obviously there's some good news associated with the next sort of 6 months of my time, both with national team stuff and for next year. But time will tell. We'll see what happens.
For sure. Well, you're putting all the right steps forward in that regard, as you always do. Have you been keeping tabs on the NBL at all?
Yeah.
I've chatting with Ariel at all about his recovery?
Yeah, he's getting there. I saw Big Mace obviously signed with Illawarra. We've been in touch. Keanu to Perth. My man DSAF to Perth. Travers out. Will going back to New Zealand. I got to keep up with it all. It's been a bit crazy, obviously. As of recent, but I'm trying to keep up. Obviously, all you boys do an unbelievable job at keeping everyone updated with the madness that is free agency. So I appreciate that as an NBL fan, first and foremost. But yeah, man, it's exciting for the league. I'm excited. Obviously, it was a great season for the league this past year, and yeah, just excited for the league next year, especially my boys at Melbourne United and my boy Ari to come back. I'm super excited.
Yep. They've set the precedent now, right? Like everybody's got to wear T-shirts for his game. Yeah, I mean that's how it works now, right?
Yeah, apparently so, man. I was not expecting that when I came back, but yeah, they definitely got to make T-shirts for my boy when he comes back for sure.
For sure. Hey, awesome to chat, man. Appreciate it. It's great to catch up and just almost kind of like live the NBA life vicariously through your explanations of what it's all been like and watching from afar, man. So it's been awesome. Keep it up. All the best with the squad going into the playoffs and onwards and upwards from here, man.
No, I appreciate it, man. Good to catch up. Good to see you. And yeah, thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.